Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Good morning. It's Zoccoli with Network Builders Arizona. And we're starting a new week with building relationships and what it actually requires for you to build that relationship. And of course, I will always say this, as I do when I start any of these. The most important is to know yourself, to know your qualities that you do well, to know what it is that inspires you. What is it that drives you? What is your passion and what is your gift to this world? You really can't explore any other relationships until you know a little more about yourself. So today I want you to think about what you offer this world. What is your spark? What is it? Not an elevator speech. I'm not talking elevator here. I'm talking about what is your gift? What is it that you're offering that you do and you love to do? Some people never find that, and yet it's sitting there right in front of you and within you. So the first today in building the relationships with others is to know yourself, know what you do well so that you can offer it to others. So do a little assessment today, if you would please, and then come either comment at the bottom here, or at least come to my website, jaclynzoccoli.com. Would love to hear from you. And our quote today comes from Robert Jones, obviously, good old Robert from The Art of Connection. Be the first to ask, the first to listen, the first to serve. And the question, in what ways do you serve your community? In what ways should your community serve you? Excellent points, Robert. Please do comment below as to what is your spark. What is it that you are offering in service? And you know what? As I read it below, I hope to be able to share that spark with someone else. I'd love to do that. So let's do that together and make it a great day.
Yes, that was my guest, Jackie Zoccoli. I am so excited to have her here. And she is pitching in. I had a guest that was affected by the storms in Texas. And so she was not able to come. So I am just so grateful that you had the time to come and see about me. So, how are you today?
Great. Now that I'm with you, you're always a ball of sunshine. I love it. There's this
Oh,
positive
thank
ray that
you.
just kind of comes all over us.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm going to take a few minutes and share with our audience a little more about Jackie Zoccoli. To learn, to love, to give. For these three things is why she lives. Her age justifies her wisdom. Her developed clarity teaches the excitement of awareness, igniting the spark of action and change. Jackie Zoccoli is recognized as an impactful speaker, author, and coach. She authors Spontaneous Combustion, Developing Profitable Relationships, and soon to be released, Who Me? Creating Your Excitement of Awareness. Her topics revolve around creating powerful alliance teams. Jackie's ability to see new niches, resources is exceeded only by her knack of turning them into profit centers. The collaboration process she lives has expanded globally. And let me repeat that. The collaboration process she lives She doesn't just talk about it, she lives it. She walks her talk. And she has expanded globally to create alliance teams in developing countries, thus increasing, let me say that one more time, increasing love, prosperity, and peace worldwide. There needs to be more of you in this world.
Oh,
And
you
what
sweetheart.
before we even start our conversation, I'm going to give you the floor and just kind of share your childhood, share what molded and shaped you to be such a giver, lover, and person that you are.
Thank you, Vera. You're such a sweetheart. It's always fun to be with you. Well, many people will start their whole life or their whole speech or whatever they're talking about with this traumatic childhood that did this and that and the other. They were abused, XYZ. No, no. I didn't have the abused or any of that other stuff. The worst that came to me was when I was age 6, my father died, which was pretty traumatic at the time. However, that trauma, one day at that point, I had a message from God, and I'll say it quite bluntly. The message was, this is the worst that'll happen to you because I will take care of you the rest of your life. So I have gone on with that concept and that feeling of being taken care of, and golly gee, it's happened. However, my mother, as a single parent, did develop a lot of my childhood that I found out later was really the seed, many seeds that started who I am today. And those seeds were to be part of associations like Job's Daughters and Girl Scouts and the church and these types of things that develop my character as far as being with other people. And some of them were religious, some of them were not. Although, actually, I think about all of them, they were all religious, and the sorority. And all of that was planting of the seeds in the childhood that eventually erupted in college, in the sorority, when I met my first husband and I joined the Peace Corps. So that's the childhood. Anything else, Vera?
That's amazing. And I mean, when you said that you heard that still small voice
Yeah, yeah.
that said, I will take care of you, and you relied on that, you trusted that, and
Mhm.
look how it's led you into the Peace Corps. And I'd like for you to share that story. And we're here to talk about the opposite of love and how love allows Jackie to have these connections that she has globally. So,
That's
anyway,
right. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, actually, the most people would say, if you're thinking of that as a comment, the opposite of love is not hate in my world. It never has been hate in my world because I don't really know the word hate. It's not part of my vocabulary at all. And by the way, everything that I've done, you have to be carefully taught. You have to be carefully taught. And I heard that the other day when I can't remember which movie it was in, but I don't know. I can't remember the movie. Anyhow, it's so real. We teach our children. You don't realize that they absorb absolutely everything. So you have to be carefully taught. And I was taught never hate. However, I grew up in a totally white San Leandro, California. I didn't hate anybody. I just didn't know anybody that was black until I went to Girl Scout camp. And it was all black in Oakland. And all of a sudden I thought, oh, that's different. That's a different culture. You think about it, these white people are always out in the sun trying to get black. Why don't I get to know these people? So
you said it.
I did. I did. And then when I went to West Africa, deepest, darkest, in the Peace Corps, my mom, I'm sure, got a lot of reverberations on that one. However, I began to learn about other cultures. And again, hate was never part of the formula. It never was in any way, shape, or form. I was never taught that you're white and they're black or anything like that. And of
That's
course,
good.
I was a flower child.
Yes.
I was raised in the flower power generation. So all our music, which was all part of that beginning seed, was, 500 miles, We Shall Overcome. I mean, all these different ones from all those wonderful groups. And I just assumed that I was going to go out there and do positive things. I had no clue that 50 years later, they would be really positive. However, the opposite of love is not hate.
Well, what is it? What is the
The
opposite of
opposite
love?
of love is complacency.
Okay, I love it.
When you are complacent, you are not paying attention to what you already have.
Ooh,
And by ignoring that, you walk right into the quote that I love. Gifts from God are extended based on your acknowledgement of them. Think
that's
about it.
profound. That's profound.
Think about it. Gifts from God are extended based on your acknowledgement of them. Therefore, complacency is not acknowledging them. And in the
Absolutely.
world, in God's world, is the way I look at it, you ignore that, see how you ignore it when I take it away. And I really wasn't ignoring my
Ooh.
refrigerator, but I got it taken away yesterday. So I will now really appreciate my refrigerator.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, that's the real concept is that we just take things for granted.
Yes.
We're just
Yes.
complacent. And yet we don't really know what's happening in someone else's world. But the complacency, hate, hate to me is not understanding. It's not understanding. And when you don't have understanding, you have fear. And if you
Yes.
have fear, you know all the uglies that happen, and some we don't yet.
Yes.
The point
Yes.
is it's understanding. And that revolves right around the complacency. If you haven't the time to sit and be grateful to understand what you have, all kinds of things come your way. Not so good.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
absolutely. So, in looking at this view that you've just shared with us, is there any solution? How do we bring people to understand love, and that is the glue that's going to really hold not just this country together but the world together? What do you do? What can we do?
Well, people ask me that. When I tell them what I do in my global part, they kind of glass over. It's like, I can't relate to all that. Where are you? I'm not over there. So I don't have a lot of really close friends because they can't quite figure out exactly what's happening. But I have found a way. I have found a plan, and I think everyone can do this plan. It's very simple, actually. The plan is once I realized the needs of the world, and I was with a group called International Youth Parliament, still am, and I found that Pakistan needed water and they needed to this and they needed all of this basic stuff. And I looked and I said, I have answers to all those. I literally have answers to all those. What is it that I can do? Well, knowing the resources that I have, God said, do literacy and do it at home. I went, okay. Oh, okay. I can do that. So a literacy app came to me at Footsteps to Brilliance, and it takes a child to third grade level in 90 days. So that literacy,
Let me put this in the chat.
yeah,
Footprints.
footsteps, and then the
Mhm.
number 2, and
Mhm.
then brilliance.com. And I got so enamored with this thought of taking children to 3rd grade level in 90 days. I said, let's take that globally. And that,
Wow.
thank you. And that is exactly where I started. And I created
Wow.
an entire network. My business in the global part is called Manifesting Global Solutions Group. And the network is the Global Impact Network. Now, everybody can be part of this, which is what you had asked originally. It's based on bringing resources to underserved populations to increase their self sustainability and to increase love, prosperity, and peace. Can't get more general than that. That's exactly what I was taught in the Peace Corps. Help them help themselves.
Yes.
Don't give them the fish. Teach them how
Teach
to
them how
fish.
to fish.
Don't throw stuff at Africa.
Wow.
They don't want to have all that stuff. They want to learn how to do it themselves.
And you know,
So,
children are the same way. You know.
absolutely, absolutely teach them. Don't do it for them. Let them fail. Please let them fail with a little bit of a net in case it gets too far that they're really going to get hurt. Let them fail. It's okay. How else are they going to learn? How many parents do you know that do everything for it? I have a son that did that. Luckily, his kid turned out okay. But oh, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. You don't need.
It limits
No, you've
them.
got to
It's
learn.
very, absolutely, it is so limiting when you don't give these kids and you teach them responsibility and you teach them. And even the other thing that you said, your mother taught you what it means to serve.
Yes, she did. The groups I was with, that's what their purpose was. That's right. She put me right in front of them, whether I liked it or not. I did happen to like it. I became a counselor at a Girl Scout camp. I really liked it. And the sorority, still, I'm the alumna president of the local sorority. So,
Oh, awesome.
it's those seeds. We can put those seeds there. And my kids have always said, "Boy, I'm so glad we went to that camp when we were going to camp with going in the summer." And I said, "Yeah, me too. We had a great time without you." But the concept was they learn to be with others. They learn
Yes,
to share. They learned the
yes,
traits of the whatever the group was they were with. They learned to be out of doors. They learned to give to nature, to learn of nature, to all these things that parents could not do. So those seeds I realized were really, really important. And her last words to me before my mom passed in 83, did you have a good childhood?
she asked you that question.
Yeah. Well, that was all she was responsible for. My dad died when I was 6. She was responsible for the whole thing. And when I was what I don't know how age I was 20, probably 32, whatever. Anyhow, she wanted to know because that was her part. And so often it's hard for us to realize, but once whatever we put into those kids by age
Yes,
14, it's a done deal.
yeah. At
Sit
age
back and
7.
watch. Sit
Yes,
back and watch because you don't you did it or you didn't do it. You're gonna see it.
absolutely.
And so, I mean, you never let them go. Like my 2 sons came and visited a week ago. I called them my kids. At 51 and 53, they're not your kids, but they
But
they
they
said that I
are.
could call them. I could call them their kids. It was okay.
Yes, yes,
But the
yes.
point is, it's a done deal at about 14. So they have to be carefully taught. I can't say that enough. And if they're taught
Yes.
gratitude, in my world, there's always something to be grateful for. The grateful thing about the refrigerator is we had a lot of ice cream last night. It was really cool. See, so there was always
Yes.
something positive. What did I learn? What was the lesson that I learned? What What was it? What was that obstacle that I was hurting at the time? It was there for a lesson. What was that lesson? What if you taught your kids? What did you learn from that? When that kid did something to you, what did you learn?
Yes,
Can you imagine how
exactly.
cool that would be? Okay, slam dunk, done. What did you learn? Now, the next thing I love to talk to people about is not only you can blame somebody maybe or it was somebody's fault for something, but go right to solution. Don't wallow in the muck. The longer you wallow in the muck, you make more muck. Let's face it. So go to solution as soon as you can. Have your kids realize they did something wrong. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't right. What are you going to do next time to prevent that? Okay. Could you change
Yes,
any of that in the future?
you're right.
Maybe.
Right. And
You can't?
right.
Okay. Then learn from it and don't do it again.
Right. And then one of the other questions is how could how could you have done what could you have done differently
That's right.
than what you did? What could you have done differently?
Or what
What
did you see
outcome did
somebody do? See somebody
right,
do. You could also do that. This is a learning experience. Johnny got stuck in this and that and the other. Why? What did Johnny do? Well, was
right,
that right or wrong? What should
right,
Johnny have done? Or don't should all over me.
right,
We don't want to do that, but think
right.
morally about what would have changed that
And
situation and talk
and
to them.
see, absolutely, that teaches that teaches critical thinking skills. When you ask your children questions to allow
Yes,
them to think for themselves,
absolutely.
that is
Absolutely.
so empowering.
Yes,
So ask
absolutely.
your children questions. And I
Yes.
know we're kind of we're being led into this direction.
Well, yeah,
Amazing.
it's carefully taught. I can't say that enough. And if you teach them gratitude, they will be grateful. It's that
Yes.
simple.
Whatever you
Mm,
teach them, that's what they're going to be.
that's right.
Teaching them to be mannerable. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome. What's wrong?
Yes.
People don't say those things anymore.
Yeah.
And, so we have to teach our children at an early age. And I know you've got some things coming up that I want us to talk about and how what you're doing globally addresses well we know what it addresses the issues of love and peace and those kinds of things, but how can we pull all that together for there to be a global connection? And I know you got something coming up here. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, actually, that's a start for those people that are in other countries. That is a start. And what's happening is that I interface well with over 100 people on a constant basis all over the world. And as I look at their LinkedIn profile, let's put it this way, it needs an awful lot of love. And I don't and they're not being themselves on LinkedIn. They don't know how. They don't know how to transport through that culture to a world culture. Most of us don't know how to do world culture. World culture was never really part of our scenario. So I'm doing
When
a
you
work
talk
yeah, a workshop to show them how, because LinkedIn is my playground. That's where I teach people how to build relationships, how to find the best people to be word of mouth that have a big mouth and a big sphere of influence. I show them how to do that. So I want to show that to my global people. They really don't have a clue what I do other than help them. So that's a start. And then at the workshop, everyone's going to come together in their projects. So that's one way. If you know someone in another country who is trying to adjust to the world, I'm not
and
saying my world, yeah,
the date for that is
is next Friday, the 19th, 7 to 8:30 Pacific time, 10 to 10:30 to 10 to 11:30 Eastern time, 1400 to 1530 GMT. Oh, it's right in front of me. I'll have to
okay.
just read
Yes, it's
it.
right here. So, is there a link? for it as well?
Well,
Because
that,
it's going to
yeah.
be on LinkedIn, right? It's an audio on LinkedIn or a video.
Oh, it's, oh shoot, I should have brought that up right away. I'm sorry, I didn't have that. I will give you the link to put into this broadcast
Okay,
because there
awesome.
is an Eventbrite for that.
Okay,
I
yes.
can't get
If you
to it
could put
fast
that in the
enough.
chat, then I can.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, while you're doing that, I'm going to go to a commercial right quick, and we will be
Okay,
right
that'd be
back.
good. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
In a world where authenticity is the key, unlock your brand's potential with ADM's game-changing marketing solutions. We craft striking logos that embody your brand's spirit and build websites that captivate and convert. Our lead generation strategies are tailored to your needs, driving growth and boosting your bottom line. And our content, well, it's not just content. It's a narrative, a story that connects and resonates with your audience. But here at ADM, we're about more than just exceptional services. We're about authenticity, about staying true to who you are and what you stand for, because realness, that's what makes a brand unforgettable. So if you're ready to elevate your brand with authenticity and excellence, follow this page. Dive deeper into the world of divine marketing and become part of our community. Because at ADM, we're not just about making brands, we're about making brands matter.
ADM, Divine Marketing, Authentic Divine Marketing. And that's with Ariel Chime. She is fantastic. She will allow you to tell her what you need, and then she's going to do exactly what you said. And if it's not exactly like you want it, she'll go back and do it again. She is amazing. And I have a couple of videos that she's done for me that I do air here at different times. And we do have the information regarding the event that's on July 19th. Let me put it in the chat and also on the screen. So awesome. Okay. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so this is the event. And the link, I just put it in the comments. So you can go to the link and
Yeah.
sign
That,
up.
that yeah. That has the link for the Zoom call and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay, so sign up. And for those of you that are listening through the podcast, let me tell you what that link is. It is https:// bit.ly/3 WDLODU. Okay, so remember that. That's bit.ly/3 capital WD as in dog, I lowercase d capital U. All right. And I do have it on the screen. So please join on July 19th, especially if you are listening across the globe. You want to check this out because I know from my own personal experience, Jackie helped me with my backdrop on LinkedIn and Facebook. And you know what? I should have pulled it up so people can see
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
I'll do
It's
that.
already changed so much though, you know what I mean? It's changed so much. Yeah. Because
Yes.
you've morphed to beautiful spots.
Well, thank you. So are you saying we need to work on it again?
Well, possibly. I don't know. I haven't looked lately, but you have to admit you've
Ah,
kind of done an about face.
yes, I have. And I thank God for that. Okay. So let's talk about your book and what that is all about. And it is spontaneous combustion. So tell us more about this.
Well, this was an early book. In 2004, I started this, and it told all about networking and how to create that and to do that. I have since, and I'll put that in the chat, I have created another book, Virtual Networking Blueprint. And You can get that on my, if you go to my website, you'll see that. The point is that I have updated the spontaneous combustion to be more of the virtual world and the screen share and chats and all that Zoom stuff, all the way through how to work in LinkedIn. So I don't deny the spontaneous combustion because it does tell you how to build relationships, and that can be gotten through me. You need to talk to me to get that. It's not on Amazon.
Okay.
So yeah, so
And your
let me know
website?
in both ways. Yeah, Jaclyn, Jaclyn Zoccoli.com.
Okay. Let's see. Is it popping up? Okay. Okay, there we go. Jaclyn Zoccoli.com. All right. All right. Now, tell us, let me ask you, and I didn't say that I was going to ask you this question, but I'm going to ask you. What is it that sets you apart? Because we know that there are people out here claiming to do the same things that you do. What sets you apart?
I think it's my perspective of what I go into a conversation with. My only real concern when I go into a conversation with people is to find out what they need. It's a totally
Awesome.
perspective than anyone else's. I need to find out them before I do much is to find their expertise. But the most important to me is what they need. And somebody that starts a conversation with me, tell me about you. I go, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to go into this a whole different thing because I really am curious about what you need so that I can bring the resources. And I don't know really too many other people that do that. I've just always had a focused supply need thing. I don't know what it is. And I guess that does make me unique because most people are in there to figure out what they can get. And
Yes.
there's one thing I'd like to just to say that I think is important in that concept is that we do not compete, we complete.
Ooh, I love it. Say it again. Say it
We
again.
don't we don't compete, we complete.
Oh, I love it. I
So,
love it.
my concept is to find out what you do well enough so that I can see somebody that can join that and really make a positive impact. That's really all I care about is
And
putting people together with somebody else.
let me tell you, she is excellent at doing that. Once she knows what it is you need, she has connections. I'm telling you, she's global. She's global.
Well,
She's
I want to add one more thing to that. The empire, or so to speak, the global impact network that I created, and I told you the four parts to it. I will be starting in October for speakers for each of those four pillars. That's literacy, that's wellness, that's environment, and that is employment. So I will be looking for speakers in those four areas. So every week we will have a new set of about 3 speakers. So if any of you people want a global audience, remember, this is all I'm giving resources to people all over the world. Now is your time. And that's how you become part of this formula. This is how you add love to your life is that
yes.
you find a cause that you really are adamant about and find those that are doing it. And I can help you find those people on LinkedIn. They're all over the place. Then together walk with them to that cause and make it impactful. impactful, not just something that you gave somebody something yesterday. No, impact, positive impact. And I'm part of a group called
Amen.
Spirit of the Game, and that's their whole concept. Positive impact of associations, of people, of women, of whatever. Positive impact, not just impact. Anybody can do impact, anybody negative impact. So the point,
Right.
so if you are a speaker in any of those areas in October, starting on the 1st, every week I have 3 speakers. So that would also be what you can do for me. And that could start your path of peace in the world because it really works.
And where should they
Works.
contact you on
Same
LinkedIn?
place under Jaclyn Zoccoli. Don't try to find Jackie, you won't find it. At least not for me. Jaclyn Zoccoli. Zoccoli, like broccoli with a Z. Zoccoli. If you don't know how to spell broccoli, wing it. Sorry, Vera. I
Okay,
know.
I got it. Okay. So I put this in so check her out on LinkedIn if you are interested in being a speaker
Um,
in the areas of,
contact Jacque is my first name. Is
did
my
I spell it
nickname.
wrong?
Yeah, you did it
Oh.
before. That's okay. You're just being consistent.
Oh. All right,
Anyhow,
give it to me again. Wait, LinkedIn.
Jacque. You got the LinkedIn Jaclyn right. It's just that my nickname is with an E and not an I. I don't think there's an
Oh, Jacque.
E. But on LinkedIn, it's under Jaclyn.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
Wait a minute. I messed up. Okay. Yeah, why did I do that? Okay.
Yes, you can contact me at any of those places to get your virtual networking blueprint, and it's really pretty in depth. I think that almost anyone would enjoy it because it goes through all the different parts of networking, even a lot more detailed than it did with the spontaneous combustion.
All right. Okay. I've done it right this time. LinkedIn, Jackie Zoccoli. You
No,
go.
no, it's Jaclyn. My name typically, other than LinkedIn, is Jackie. It's Jaclyn. Lyn. We'll get it straight yet.
Okay. Okay.
Lyn.
Okay.
You got you got two L's too.
Jacly.
ZOCL. You want me to put it in the chat?
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and do that right quick?
Okay.
But I think I got it right this time. Okay. This is live. Anything is bound to happen. Okay. Is that right? Okay. All
Okay.
right. And you also put it in the, okay. All right. Gotcha. You need to be in touch with her. Now, let's talk about how this global um, movement is changing lives, changing the world, and really making a difference. And you're using the power of love to create that synergy and that peace.
Yeah. Actually, the weekly talks are the biggest part because I'm bringing people together with those talks in their own little projects so that you can actually work with them. Typically, I'll have 5, 6 different countries on at one time. So that is doing it. Also, I have started a Facebook page. It's called Following My Heroes with Love. Following My Heroes with Love. And those are the ones that I've been mentoring for the last 6 years. In fact, you'll love this. You'll really love this one. For the
Following.
last My Heroes with Love. For the last 6 years, I have been mentoring kind of at a distance a fellow in Uganda.
Oh,
And
really?
I did find out what is going to be in his dowry for his wedding. I got pictures of the wedding. I was all excited. And lo and behold, a month ago, he comes to me, and it wasn't too much more than that. It was a little bit here and there. He comes to me and he says, that's not how you spell heroes, but that's okay. He comes to me and he says, "Oh, I named my first child after you."
Oh
And I
my
said,
goodness!
"What? You did what? Are you kidding me?" He said, "Yeah, her first name is Abula, which means first one of a kind. Abula
Uh-huh.
Jaclyn Zoccoli Anasu." And I went, "You put
Oh
the
my
whole
goodness!
name in there?" And he said, "Yeah, I put the whole name in there." I went, "Oh, poor thing." He says,
Oh my goodness!
he
Yeah.
says, "I've been watching you for all this time." And he says, "I just love everything that you do."
Wow.
So there you go. And so I said, "Okay, we're going to talk once a week now. I've got my namesake. I'm going to have to pay more attention to you."
Oh
So,
my goodness!
so
Oh, what
this,
an
and
honor!
there is nothing stopping this guy. And he says, "Everybody in the village knows you." I said, "Huh?" He says, "Oh yeah, they just think the baby, they want to touch the baby." And I went, "Really?" How did I do that? How many miles away is that from Uganda? Give me a break. That's in East
Oh
Africa.
my, oh
So,
my
and he has
goodness!
fishery projects. He's working in a hospital. He's doing a ministry thing with the youth. There's nothing to quit this guy. And I thought, how did I ever do this? And he says, "Yeah, and I'm following you." And I went, "Oh, beautiful, beautiful." So
That
anyhow,
is
that's my world. And you
amazing.
can mentor in other countries, by the way. I would like to bring that up as well.
Well, bring it up here. Let me
I
give you
don't
the floor. Let me give
I
you the
don't
floor.
I don't know the other cultures deeply. I'm beginning to know a lot more about Uganda. However, yeah, I could tell you a lot more than I did 2 months ago. You can always mentor in other countries. You think that you don't know enough about their culture. I started out in China. I started with a gal in China, and we worked together maybe 4 years. I helped her through so many areas of conflict. One of them, the people that she worked with, the women were giving her a bad time because she didn't spend, I mean, all this stuff. And all I did was to give her some thoughts and to some of the different quotes, like I said before. I didn't have to know anything special. And I'm doing that in about 6 countries. I don't talk to them
Wow.
every day, but I do talk to them off and on, and they'll come to me with things that are happening. Or would you sign a letter that I need to get in the United States and they're going to have a conference? Things like that.
And
Anybody can do that.
so, Jackie, and you're doing all of this. This is something that you give back. You don't charge for these things. You're just giving back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's
I get paid in gold inside.
yes. When you see the transformation in the people that you're working with, that's priceless.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is priceless.
Yeah.
And so that's just a beautiful thing. I do have another couple more commercials that I need to play, and then we'll come back and continue
Yeah.
our conversation.
Yeah.
And if there's something that you want to make sure we don't forget, put it down, and we'll be right back.
Been feeling myself for a minute. Hallelujah. Amen.
Hey there, Jason McNamara here, and I'm about to drop something truly game-changing your way. Are you tired of the same old 9-to-5 grind? Feeling stuck in obtaining the life you deserve and craving something more? Well, listen up, because I've got something you will not want to miss. Introducing the No More 9-to-5 Club Professional Membership, your ticket to freedom and success in the entrepreneurial world. With our professional membership, you'll get access to weekly coaching sessions, pre-recorded trainings, and a vibrant community of fellow game changers. You get access to technology that will allow you to automate passive income streams, as well as unlock all of our expert-led trainings in the back office so you know where to go for good advice when you need it. You will also use the club to build up a residual income stream with a 2-tier 33% affiliate commission unlocked at this level, allowing you to help people help themselves while generating a residual passive income stream for yourself. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, you can unlock all of this just for a $1.11 donation to our club foundation.
I like this one.
Your first month is on us. So what's holding you back? Click the link below, make your donation, and let's start building the life and business of your dreams together. Here at the No More 9 to 5 Club, we're all about turning dreams into reality and smashing through those glass ceilings.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, we've got the tools and support you need to thrive and evolve. And don't forget to sign up for our bootcamp training. It's the perfect way to kickstart your journey and unlock even more perks. So what are you waiting for? Join the No More 9 to 5 Club today, and let's make those dreams a reality. I can't wait to see you on the inside. You only get one now. Invest it in your better future. Let's make magic happen together.
No more 9 to 5. If you're looking for a networking organization where you get masterminding, you get networking, you look at options for residual income, and it's just a great networking group of people that are of like mind. So check out No More 9 to 5 and click on the link bit.ly/no more 9, the number 2, number 5 VT. And you can join for $1.11 for the first month. And those proceeds go to veterans. What more could you ask for? Supporting veterans and learning yourself and opening the doors for a residual income. You want to check out No More 9 to 5. All right. Now you had, let me take this down. And you had.
There are a couple things. Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing, it just shows a chart of the things that I'm doing it to make it clearer for the people
Okay.
of
Well, you know
my
what?
world, so to speak.
Let me see if I can go to that and pull it up right quick.
It would make it easier, and it isn't complicated at all. It looks like there's a lot on it, but I basically told you all the things that's on it.
Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can pull it up right now so that our audience can get a feel for what it is you do. So I know what I can do. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. Share screen.
Yeah, you should be able to do it with share screen.
Okay, but first let me put it in so that I have the screen.
Yeah.
Oh. It didn't pull up what I was looking for.
Did I give you the wrong thing?
It's let me see. Here, let me go back to it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you see it's the BIT4AVSR capital NM? Is that it?
Yeah. 4QVSR.
Let's see if I get it.
All you have to do is just click on it.
It's not opening. Okay. I don't know why it's not opening. But the other link.
If you can make me have a share screen, we can do that.
Oh, okay. Wait, these are two different things. Hold on. Copy. Oh, transformational quotes. No. Is that what that is?
No.
Oh, this is your website.
No, what the last thing
your
is
entrepreneur website.
What you're looking at
Can
the
you
bottom.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Okay.
But you can't hear me?
I can't hear you. Now, here we go with technical difficulties. Oh, okay. I wonder why I felt like I was just talking about myself. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties. Let me go to another commercial and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Donovan Tolbert, and I'm a motivational speaker and father of 2 young children, ages 3 and 5 years old. I just got off my first session with Vera Thomas, and it was extremely mind-opening. And I say that because I'm currently a full-time single father myself. I have full custody over my children, and I'm doing it all on my own. And I'll tell you this, half the time I feel inadequate as a 30-year-old father figure, and I feel like I'm always not doing enough half the time.
We're having some technical difficulties. Can you hear me now? Okay. And I don't know if the audience can hear me or not either. If you're out there listening,
can hear you.
Let me know that you can hear me by just saying, yes, we hear you. Because I couldn't even hear my video.
Can you hear me?
Let me go to settings.
I don't think you can hear me.
Hello, hello. Okay.
Can't hear me either.
Still can't. All right. While she's at, let me go to another commercial. Oh, wait a minute. Someone says, we can hear you. Thank you, Linda Franklin Biggs. I'm so thank you for being here. But my guest, we can't hear her right now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take it off.
We can't hear her. So let me go to a commercial and then maybe she will figure out what's going on here. So we'll be right back. Okay, let me do ChatBridge.
Let me introduce you to ChatBridge. It's a revolutionary new solution for getting great results from your online networking.
What's up with
Today,
this?
online networking has become the standard for millions of professionals.
Can you hear my commercial?
However, getting results from your meetings can be a daunting task.
Oh, you
but
can
now
hear
that
her?
challenge has been solved.
Can you hear my commercial as
Everyone
well?
knows how hard
Because
virtual
I'm not
meeting
getting
follow-up
any sound
is.
on my
You go to an
end at
online
all.
meeting where at the end, people say save the chat to follow up.
I'm glad someone was
And
out
now
there
you have a
listening.
nearly
Thank you
unusable
very much.
and ugly chat text file to work with. You can now say goodbye to the hassles of downloaded Zoom-type chat records. For the first time with the...
Okay. Listen, the audience is saying that they can hear you, even though I can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
My audience is saying that they can hear, and I guess they heard the commercial too, but I can't hear anything. Oh, you did hear the commercial?
Okay, we're good. We're good.
This is a great disadvantage to not be able to hear my guests, but I understand my audience can hear you, so.
Well, that's good. I'll just take over the rest of the show.
You still hear her, Linda? Okay. This is live. That's what happens when you're live. Anything could happen. And she said she also heard the commercial, but I don't understand why I couldn't hear it. Well, okay. One of the things that I was going to ask you to share. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Okay. So, Jackie, can you hear me, right? You can hear what I'm saying to you, right? Okay. Can you tell us, because I wasn't able to pull up that map, but can you kind of outline some of the countries that you are, and it's probably so many, but can you kind of just share with our audience how far your reach is?
Well, at this point, I'm certainly not in every country, but I'm spending a lot more time in Africa because that's where I was in the Peace Corps. So out of the 54 countries, I'm in about 15 or 20 of them, maybe. And then I'm also in India. I'm also in China. I'm also in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kosovo, and a variety over there, not as much. Oh, Cambodia too. And most of those are the main purpose is to get the literacy app into these countries. And really what we need now is projectors, because people have cell phones. And if the child, of course, would be best for them to have their own app. Really what we need now is projectors. Oh, so it's reflecting. Cell phones. I don't know if this is a reverb. Oh, it's doing all kinds of things. It's going to repeat what I said. Okay, I'll do it quickly and get it out one time, so maybe it'll repeat it 3 times. I don't know. Anyhow, the projector will attach to the cell phone. They can then give it to an entire classroom of kids. So that is our push at this point, is to get projectors to all the countries of the world. They have the cell phone. They could possibly get a remote drive, and that would increase their capacity to get the app. But the app is free. And it's in 40 states and up for an Emmy Award and a lot in the United States. So that right now is the push. That's why I'm in those countries more than anything else. Though I'm bringing all of those different pillars into those countries. That was to I answered your question, I think. Did I?
Wow. Now, I didn't hear a word you said, but I know that the audience did. So I'm not one
Well, you
word
can listen
did
to
I
the
hear,
recording. Listen to the
but our
recording.
audience did, and that's what matters.
I
Absolutely.
love it. I love
Okay.
it.
Well, listen, I do want to share this commercial. I understand you could hear it. I have an event coming up that I want to share. This is a testimonial from a father that attended my first mastermind preview. And I have another one coming up on July 26th at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's just hear the experience that this young man had.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Donovan Tobert, and I'm a motivational speaker and father of 2 young children, ages 3 and 5 years old. I just got off my first session with Vera, and it was extremely mind-opening. And I say that because I'm currently a full-time single father myself. I have full custody over my children, and I'm doing it all on my own. And I'll tell you this, half the time I feel inadequate as a 30-year-old father figure, and I feel like I'm always not doing enough half the time. Right? And I've learned so much from Vera, like just in this first session. And I just say that as men, we're so focused on conquering the world, making as much money as possible, sold on that dream of providing for our families in a major way financially. And we have this thing that we're not doing enough if we're not there financially. But sometimes we just miss out on the bigger picture, which is the small, insignificant things in our own view that we're neglecting along the way, like just reassuring our kids and reading to them, giving them responsibility, helping them become their own adults, helping them to manage their emotions at a young age so that they don't have to be angry teenagers, and things like critical thinking. Like, we don't think these things in the midst of time. And I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to speak and learn from Vera, because my advice is that any father listening to this, that if you crave a stronger bond with your children and your young adults, and you want to take that step to the next level, hear what she has to say, and you'll be amazed on how powerful your presence is when you just get help from somebody who can bring that greatness out of you that's already inside of you. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk soon.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Thank you. And listen, if you are a father and you're doing a great job with your kids, my topic is nurturing relationships and strengthening bonds. If you already have a great bond with your children, this workshop will allow you to be even strengthen it even more. And that event is on July 26th at 11 o'clock. The link that I'm showing here, there's a free gift for fathers, and the registration is on the last page. So grab the gift. I'm putting it also in the comments so that you can grab your free gift and register for the event. Please, I'm telling you, God placed this on my heart to do, and I just messed up here. Okay. Anyway, by all means, please join us. All right. I don't know what that is. Okay. Anyway, the link is, I will send the link. Or actually, what you can do is click on this QR code and get your free gift. Yes, that's another way to do it. Click on this QR code and get your gift and register for the mastermind, nurturing relationships and strengthening bonds. Okay. Now, I can't believe we've been here for an hour. Listen, I appreciate you being here. I'm going to give you the final words. And with that, we'll say to our listening audience, God bless you. And we'll see you on Thursday. I'm giving Jackie the last words.
You're such a sweetheart. I like to just give the quote by Gary Spence is to be open to wonder rather than closed by belief. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Me.
Namaste.
All right. What am I? Okay. Goodbye.
The Vera